Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2026 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Induction Banquet. We welcome everyone from all over Marshall County and points beyond. My name is Patrick Williams. I am going to be the MC tonight, and we hope everything runs just as smoothly as possible. As this is, I think, our 25th year of these induction banquets, and we just want to honor our inductees in the best way that we can. So we want to say, first of all, congratulations to all of our inductees, and we are so glad that you're able to come tonight and celebrate with our inductees. So before we do anything else, we're going to have an invocation, and it is going to be given by one of our former inductees, Mr. Ken Tyler.
Let's all bow together, please. Father, we're very thankful tonight for this wonderful occasion. We're thankful for the new inductees, and we ask you to bless them and their wonderful families in the most special of ways. Father, we are very mindful of others who have special needs tonight. For those that have lost loved ones, like the Wharton family just a few weeks ago, we pray that you would bless Linda and all of their family, and others that are a part of the Hall of Fame family that have lost those that are very dear to them. We're thankful that you're the Father of mercies and the God of all comfort. And Father, we pray for just everyone who is sick and has a special need for your help tonight, that you will help and bless things to get better for them. We're thankful for you daily loading us with benefits, and we're thankful for this wonderful meal that we can enjoy together tonight. We pray in Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Brother Ken. So glad you could be here tonight. He had to miss last year, but so glad that he's back with us. All right, we hope everyone enjoyed your meal. Again, if you're not finished eating, you please continue to do that. But we're going to begin our program at this time. 2 years ago, the Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Board of Directors began recognizing people who have contributed significantly to athletics and sports in the communities of Marshall County. Our first two contributors recognized were Bill Prickett from Albertville and Dr. John Boggess from Gunnersville. Last year, we recognized four contributors: Mr. Jim Bradshaw from DAR. Jimmy, there he is. Dr. John Allen Smith from Albertville, Mr. James Shorty Smith from Arab, Mr. Ricky Smith from Boaz. Ricky. This year, we are recognizing more contributors to athletics in Marshall County. These men will receive a special plaque for their service to their community and Marshall County. Our first contributor is a lifelong resident of Grant. He's a 1984 graduate of KDS DAR High School, where he played baseball and basketball and excelled in both sports. He learned to love sports from his parents, Billy Joe and Martha, who always supported him, and his brother Michael. After graduating high school, he officiated high school basketball for 5 years before turning his attention to supporting and working with the kids on the mountain. He has been an avid supporter of DAR athletics for over 40 years. He coached youth basketball and softball for 8 years. He has been the voice of the Patriots for DAR football as the PA announcer since the inception of the program in 2005. He's announced starting lineups for DAR basketball for the past 20 years. He's written articles for the Advertiser Gleam, reporting for DAR football and basketball for the past 15 years. He's been a volunteer assistant coach for DAR girls basketball for 7 years, a volunteer assistant coach for DAR boys basketball for the past 5 years. And he's been a volunteer assistant coach for DAR softball for the past 3 years. He retired from NHTC in 2021 and now works at KDS DAR High School. He and his wife Sandy have been married 39 years. They have one daughter, Tanya. Our first contributor tonight from DAR and Grant, Philip Cooper. Presenting Philip with his commemorative plaque and pin is one of last year's contributors, award winners, and Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame board member, Mr. Jim Bradshaw. Contributor Philip Cooper. Next, a group of 4 young physicians came to Albertville in 1977 and 78 to start a new medical practice in Albertville. One of the 4 decided to open an office in South Alabama, leaving Doctors Michael Ballou, Alfred Radcliffe, and Wayne Peters to establish the new practice. After settling in, the doctors began to donate time assisting the Albertville High School athletic teams and band with pre-participation physicals and game-related events. Dr. Ballou served as the AHS band physician for several years, traveling with the band to all out-of-state trips to care for arising health needs. He also worked with the Boy Scouts, doing pre-camp physicals as needed. Dr. Radcliffe began to serve as the AHS team physician for football and other sports in 1978. He attended most home and away games through the fall of 2007. Doc Al was also available for consultation on athletic injuries from any sport and performed physicals for other county teams at Marshall Medical Center South. Dr. Peters started working as team physician for the junior high football program in the spring of 1990 and was co-team physician alongside Dr. Radcliffe with the varsity through the fall of 2008. He also attended all home and away games and did physicals for all sports. Dr. Peters also did countywide physicals at Marshall Medical Center South for 2 years and performed physicals for all sports at Asbury after retiring as the Albertville High School team physician. During their years as team physicians, Drs. Radcliffe and Peters would also open their office after the games and on Saturday mornings for any athlete who needed injury evaluation, treatment, or referral. In addition to working with athletes and band members, all 3 doctors and their wives were involved in community activities and service. Dr. Ballou and wife Claudia were active in the band boosters and other school and community activities. Dr. Peters served on the Albertville City Board of Education, and he and wife Judy were involved with athletic and band booster clubs. Gaynell Radcliffe served on the Marshall County Board of Education. She and Doc Al were also involved with the high school booster clubs and their children's activities in athletics, band, and dance. Sadly, Dr. Radcliffe passed away on July 13, 2021, and Dr. Ballou passed away on October 19, 2023. Dr. Peters is still practicing and sees athletes for physicals and evaluation of injuries. From Albertville, representing the doctors of Sand Mountain Family Practice, Dr. Wayne Peters.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh. Quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bond's Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Presenting Dr. Peters with his commemorative plaque and pin is Hall of Fame inductee and Vice President of the Marshall County Board of Directors, Marshall County Hall of Fame Board of Directors, Dr. Richard Ferguson. The doctors of Sand Mountain Family Practice. Thank you to our contributors for everything they do for our athletes in Marshall County and specifically their communities. At this time, we want to recognize any former inductees that may be here. Now listen, in a crowd this large, it's very possible that we might have missed one or two of you coming in. So if we did, I apologize to you beforehand. But we tried to pick up on everybody that came in the door. And so we'll just do it like this. I'll recognize those that I know are here. And if you are in one of the classes that we come across and we do not call your name out, I will say, is there anyone else here? So please stand when we do that. So the inaugural class of the Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame was inducted in 2002. So it's been quite a while, but we have two inductees from that class who are here tonight. First of all, Coach John Kitchens and Mr. Kent Looney. Is there anyone else here from the class of 2002? Is there anyone here from the class of 2003? We didn't think we saw anybody come in. What about the class of 04? From the class of 2005, we believe Mr. Thomas Raines is here. Thomas is right back there. Yeah. Anyone else from the class of 05? From the class of 2006, Dr. Hamp Moore is here. There he is. Anyone else from the class of 06 here? From the class of 2007, Mr. Mike Little Sr. and Mr. Ken Tyler are both here. Anyone else from 07? From the class of 2008, is anyone here? From the class of 2009, Dr. Richard Ferguson and Jackie Thrower are both here. Anyone else from 09 with us tonight? From the class of 2010, Terry Fuel is here tonight. Terry, there he is right there. Anyone else from the class of 2010? From the class of 2011, is there anyone here? From the class of 2012, we have Frank Baker and Mike Oliver. We believe are both here. There's Mike. Frank. Anyone else from 2012? From the class of 2013, Coach Pod Patterson is here, and also Kim Porch. There is Snake, right back there. Anyone here Anyone else here from the 2013 class that we might have missed? From the 2014 class, Mary Catherine Reed is here. Capper? Anyone else from 2014? From the class of 2015, Freddie Carr is here, and so is Mike Horton. Frog? All right. Anybody else from 2015 with us tonight? From the class of 2016, Rick Marsh is here with us. Rick? Anyone else from 2016 with us tonight? From the class of 2017, Connie Vaughn is with us. Connie? Anybody else from 2017? From the class of 2018, Shannon J. Allen is here. He's out in the lobby still. Charles Cornelius is here with us. Charles? Yep. Anyone else from 2018? From the class of 2019, Joe Teal is here with us tonight. Anyone else from 2019? From the class of 2020, Ken Gilliland is here with us tonight. Back there. Anyone else from 2020? We inducted the class of 2020 and 2021 because of COVID, so we didn't have a 2021 class, but we do have a class of 2022. We got 4 inductees here from that class tonight. Charlie Jimerson is here. Paul Maccabee is with us tonight. Buddy McMore is here. And Patrick Williams is here. Anyone else from class of 22 that we might have missed? Class of 2023, we also have 4 inductees here from that class. Bill Aaron is here with us. Lowell Edmonds is here tonight. Jimmy Lee Griffin is with us tonight. There's Jimmy Lee. And Patrick Harding is with us tonight. Anyone else here from 2023? Class of 2024, Thomas Alford is here. We think Thomas might have already left, but he was here. Jimmy Jones is with us tonight. Coach Jones. And Alan Thacker is with us tonight. Coach Thacker right back there. Anyone else here from the class of 2024? And we don't think we have anybody here from last year's class, 2025. Is any of our inductees from last year here? And we did miss one from the inaugural class of 2002. Mr. Wayne Wigley is with us. Wayne? There he is, right back there. Sorry about that omission. Great to have you back with us tonight. At this time, I would like to introduce our board, the Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Board. Guys, when I call your name, if you will please stand up. Our president is Shannon J. Allen. Of course, he's still outside in the lobby. Vice President, Dr. Richard Ferguson. Our treasurer is Frank Maston. And our secretary is Ricky Smith. Bill Aaron, Joey Baker, Mike Little Sr., Brad Kitchens, Kim Porch, Kevin Surrett, Patrick Williams, Jalen Jimerson, making our photos tonight, Barry Mayhall, Stacy Anderton, Jim Bradshaw, Jonathan Hyde, Rick Marsh, and Mitch Shelton. All right. We appreciate the board and all that they do, putting this banquet on. As you might imagine, a lot of work goes into this. And so with all that, all those recognitions, we're ready to move on to the reason that we're here, and that is for our inductions. Let me say this. This is how this is going to work. We're going to play a video of each inductee. When that inductee's video is played, they will come up, receive their plaque and pin from one of our board members, and they'll go over here and have their pictures made like our contributors did. Then they're going to come here to this podium. Inductees, you may set your plaque on this table behind me while you're speaking, okay? And they're going to get 3 minutes to give their speech. I'm going to be behind this curtain. And at 2 minutes and 45 seconds, they're going to hear this. Carson, they're going to hear this. And when that music comes on, that means wrap it up, okay? Because quite frankly, we have more inductees tonight than we've ever had before. We've got 11 inductees, and so this is a very large class, and we want to respect everybody's time, okay? So when you hear that music, inductees, speakers, that is your signal to finish up your remarks, okay? Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to get to our first inductee, and that is Larry Buchanan or Larry Buchanan. It depends on where you're from as to how that's pronounced, I'm told. All right, so turn your attention to the video. We've got screens all around, so if you're in the back, you should be able to see the screens on the toward the back, and then we've got certainly some screens up front. Okay, all right, Larry Buchanan.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs in Johnson Hallmark on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items. Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Steve and Marilyn Murphy invite you to visit Harrelson Drugs. In addition to being your trusted healthcare resource, Harrelson carries a great selection of gifts and collectibles. You'll find aisles of the most popular names and brands suitable for any occasion. They're also your source for customized invitations and printing. You'll always find an all-occasion card to say exactly what you feel. Harrelson's also carries convenience groceries from the shelf and from the cooler. Harrelson Drugs on the corner of Obrig and Patterson in Gunnersville.
Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2026 inductee, Larry Buchanan. Larry Buchanan was born on May 5, 1948 in Marshall County, Alabama, to Homer and Louise Buchanan of Horton. He had two sisters, Diane and Patsy, and a brother, Jerry. Louise was a stay-at-home mother, while Homer worked for M&D Contractors in Birmingham, instrumental in the construction of high-rise office buildings. He also operated the family farm, which raised poultry and hogs. Douglas High School did not have football at the time, so Buck transferred to Albertville in the 9th grade. Due to his size and strength, he became an outstanding football player from 1962 to 66 under Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame head coach G.B. Beasley. At 6 feet, 215 pounds, he played tackle for the 4A Aggies for 4 years. In 1965, the team went 8-1-1, winning the Marshall County Championship. After the season, Buck was selected as a first-team All-State tackle by the Birmingham News and Birmingham Post-Herald, second-team All-State by the Associated Press, Birmingham Post Lineman of the Week, All-Northeast Alabama Conference, Honorable Mention All-American, and All-Marshall County. He also participated in baseball, basketball, and track and field. Buck's teammates included Hall of Fame inductees Mike Little, Bill Aaron, Thomas Alford, and Ken Gilliland. Following an outstanding senior year, Buck signed a scholarship to play football at Auburn University under head coach Ralph Shug Jordan. After the first year, he transferred to Jacksonville State to play for Coach Jim Blevins, but was subsequently injured and unable to continue playing. During the Vietnam War, Larry received a low draft number and decided to enlist in the United States Air Force and was trained as a jet engine mechanic. While being stationed in Ithaca, New York, he met and later married his wife, Patricia. Following his service, Buck worked as a sheet metal worker for Softco and performed maintenance for the U.S. Postal Service. He also enjoyed mowing lawns, working on small engines, and riding snowmobiles. Living in Tribes Hill, New York, Larry and Patricia had 2 children, Brian and Jacqueline, 3 grandchildren, Gianna, Brennan, and Alyssa, and 1 great-grandchild, Adrian. Buck was visiting friends and family in Alabama when he passed away on July 30th, 2021, at the age of 73. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2026 inductee, Larry Buckhannon. Accepting on behalf of Larry will be his daughter, Jacqueline Buchanan, and she will be presented his plaque by his former teammates and inductees Mike Little Sr. and Bill Aaron.
Good evening, and thank you to Albertville Aggies Hall of Fame Committee. The coaches, teammates, and this incredible community. It's really an honor to stand here tonight on behalf of my father, Larry Buck Buchanan, a man we lost in 2021, but whose spirit lives on in every story told about him. To see him recognized here in the place that shaped him means more to our family than I can ever express. My father's football journey began right here at Albertville High School, where he earned his nickname Buck and played with a level of strength and grit that people still talk about. As an all-state tackle and a key player on a successful 1965 team, he wasn't just big on the field, he was big in his heart. Big in discipline and big on doing things the right way. He worked hard, he pushed himself, and he believed in lifting up the people around him. Being chosen to play in the Alabama versus Mississippi All-Star game was one of his proudest moments, a highlight he carried with him throughout his life. On the field, the same qualities that made him a standout player made him an incredible man. After high school, he continued his football career at Jacksonville University before being drafted to serve his country by enlisting in the United States Air Force. From there, he built a life defined by loyalty, hard work, and quiet strength. He worked as a mechanic for the U.S. Postal Service, ran several small businesses, successful small businesses, and was the kind of person who showed up for people every time. At home, he was steady, strong, and full of love for his family. He built a life with my mother, Patricia, in Tribes Hill, New York, where they raised 2 children who knew, without a question, that they had a father who would do anything for them. To our family, this induction is so much more than just an award. It's a reminder that the roots he planted here in Albertville never faded. His legacy didn't just stay on a roster or in a record book. It's lived in his values, in the way he treated people, and in the pride he always carried for being an Aggie. Knowing the school and community that helped shape him still remember him, still honor him, and still speak his name with respect, that is a gift we will cherish forever. On behalf of our entire family, thank you for giving my father a place in Aggie history. I know he'd be humbled by this moment, probably just shaking his head, pretending he didn't need this recognition, but smiling all the while. We are so proud to carry his name forward. Thank you for honoring him, and thank you for keeping his legacy alive. Go Aggies!
As the Electric Board of Gunnersville, we want you to know that we are your partner in the community, and we hope our commitment, character, and integrity shine through every time you meet us as we empower our community to be the best it can be.
As the city of Gunnersville continues to grow and prosper, your Gunnersville Water Board keeps pace. For more information on the Gunnersville Water Board, including fast and easy online bill payment, visit their informative website, gvillewater.com.
We're big on serving. We have programs designed to be a part of the community that we're in. I think communities that have a good community bank tend to be a little more robust.
If you're looking for rental property, call on Bonds Rentals. Visit bondsrealestate.com to search their extensive list of available properties. For more info, give them a call at 256-582-0203 or stop by their office at 1413 Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville. Bonds Rentals, another proud sponsor of this Community Channel broadcast. As loyal fans for over 6 decades, this team of former Wildcats is proud to support Gunnersville City Schools, academics, and athletics. Beard and Beard Attorneys at Law would like to wish our local schools the best of luck and encourage their fans to attend the games and cheer them on.
Hello, this is Maury Yancey, President of the Lake Gunnersville Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce staff, board, and membership proudly cheer the Wildcats on to victory. When you shop local, you are supporting the future of our young people. The Lake Gunnersville Chamber of Commerce, cheering on the Wildcats.
First Baptist Church of Gunnersville is another proud supporter of Gunnersville High School. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the seasons.
Up next, Coach Steve Flack. Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2026 inductee, Steve Flack. Stephen Lynn Flack was born on January 7, 1964 in Birmingham to Earl Jr. and Mary LaBera Flack. Earl was an outstanding guard on the Ryan High School basketball team. He owned Roadrunner campers and invented the camper boot. Mary worked at the Arab Tribune and created circulars and other advertisements for grocery stores and other businesses. Steve's brother, Stacy Flack, played baseball at Wallace State and was a real estate salesman in Guntersville. Steve played football, basketball, and baseball in the Arab Recreation Department as a youth. As a student at Arab Junior High, he played both football and basketball. In high school, Steve was coached by Marshall County legends. He played basketball under 2003 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Bill Wharton and played baseball under 2008 inductee Bill Morgan and 2025 contributor James Shorty Smith. Steve was selected as an all-Marshall County performer in baseball and was chosen to play in the East-West Shrine Game. He graduated from Arab High in 1982. Steve attended Wallace State and UAH, where he participated in intramural sports. After graduating from UAH in 1988, Steve was hired at Grassy Junior High by 2009 Hall of Fame inductee Jackie Thrower. He coached 7th, 8th, and 9th grade boys basketball teams in his 4 years there, claiming the school's best record in over a decade. From there, Steve moved to Albertville High School. As an Aggie, he coached both JV volleyball and JV girls basketball, winning the 9th grade girls Marshall County Championship for the 1994-95 season. After the 1995-96 school year, Steve returned home to his alma mater, Arab High School. Coach Flack coached a myriad of sports during his time at AHS, including JV volleyball, JV girls basketball, baseball, and softball. He won Marshall County titles in both JV volleyball and JV girls basketball. In the fall of 1999, Superintendent Edwin Cooley made Coach Flack the head girls basketball coach at Arab High School. The Steve Flack era of Arab girls basketball was tremendously successful. From 1999 to 2013, the Lady Knights won 7 area championships and 6 Marshall County championships. They made 6 Northeast regional appearances, including a pair of regional titles in 2005-06 and 2006-07. The Lady Knights qualified for the AHSAA state tournament those 2 years and finished as the state runners-up both seasons. Arab made the postseason in 12 of his 14 seasons as head coach. 11 players that played for Coach Flack and 1 student manager signed college scholarships, including 2017 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Allie Smalley Bracewell. 3 of his former players went on to become college coaches as well. Steve was tabbed Marshall County Coach of the Year on 6 occasions. He has won the 2nd most Marshall County championships in girls basketball and ranks 2nd in career wins at Arab with 273 behind 2025 inductee Coach Bill Pike. Steve retired from teaching in 2020. On June 19, 2009, Steve married the former Elaine Bodine. He has a stepson, Wilson Walker. The family enjoys traveling to Alabama football games and other sporting events. They enjoy attending productions at both the Whole Backstage and Arab Musical Theater. The Flacks are members at Gillum Springs Baptist Church. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2026 inductee, Steve Flack. And Coach Flack just had knee replacement surgery, so he is getting around a little slowly, but he's coming on. He is going to be presented his plaque and pin by board member and his longtime friend, Brad Kitchens.
I swear that Patrick lied to y'all. He told me and Justin we could talk for 30 minutes each. But I'll try to keep it a little shorter than that. First, I want to thank God who allowed me to get in a career that was never a job, but it was always something I loved to go to every day. God is great. I want to thank my parents, and I mean my parents, and I mean my players' parents. Parents mean so much to the children in every way. I want to thank Elaine and Wilson for allowing me to continue to coach after we got married, and it was just a blessing. I had great players like Allie Smalley, but I had players that nobody ever knows their names, but they did their job, and I just love them all the same. I want to thank the Hall of Fame committee for recognizing me. It's truly a blessing to be with such great players and coaches that are in the Hall of Fame, and I appreciate that. I was blessed with great assistant coaches, all of them, but I especially want to thank Kevin Surratt for how he helped me in so many ways. Coaches become friends, but when they become your brother, it just means more. And Kevin has always taken care of me, and I appreciate that. He could organize chaos and allow me to worry about coaching. And that meant a lot when you go on trips when nothing is planned ahead of time. I want to thank Brad Kitchens, who really helped me create a dream when I first started. When I was hired by Grassy, Jackie Thrower was the principal, and he sent me to the county board, and I walked in and I was all nervous and prepared. Just wanted to tell them everything about what a great teacher I was going to be. So I sent in and I go and talked to Dr. Ferguson. He said, "Will you coach 7th grade basketball?" And that was it. When I said yes, I was hired. So he set me on the right path. But Brad and I talked repeatedly about what we could do if either one of us could ever be at Arab and coach the girls. And luckily, we both got to live that dream. Like I said, Jackie Thrower was my first principal, and he became a great friend and mentor. He was in the first parent meeting that I got to enjoy. And after that meeting, he told me that I was at practice every day, not to worry about what a parent had to say, because I knew what the players could do or what they couldn't do. And he continued to guide me and still does today. Some other ideas that I stole along the way from some people you may have heard of. Coach Shorty Smith told me to practice over and over until you get it perfect, where you can't do it any other way. Bobby Buford told me not to be afraid to take players and change their roles. Bill Morgan told me to be upfront about players' roles to prevent heartache. And Bill Wharton taught me to play defense first. And the last thing he said to me was he'd be here today, but unfortunately he didn't make it. And last is Billy Ledbetter. The first thing he told me was, when you play defense, take something away. And I used that to beat a lot of teams that I thought were better than mine, because we take away the best player. Thank you.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab, as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing, where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Up next, Justin Jonas. Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2026 inductee, Justin Jonas. Justin Ray Jonas was born on January 17, 1984 in Huntsville to Kirk and Gemma Jonas. Kirk taught physical education and coached basketball and baseball at several Marshall County schools. Gemma was a special education teacher at schools across Marshall County. Justin has a brother, Jason Jonas, who is the head women's basketball coach at Oglethorpe University in Atlanta. As a youth, Justin played basketball, flag football, soccer, and baseball in the Grant and Boaz recreation leagues. Justin played middle school basketball at Douglas Middle School, helping the Eagles win the 8th grade Marshall County Championship. He started as a freshman on the varsity team, playing for his dad, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame nominee, Coach Kirk Jonas. Justin was an all-county and all-area performer as a freshman. During his sophomore season, he was the Class 4A Area 11 Most Valuable Player and was named Alabama Sports Writers Association and the Birmingham News First Team All-State. The Eagles made it to the Elite Eight before falling to Central Coosa in the Northeast Regional Finals. In 2001-02, Justin's junior year, the Eagles won the Marshall County Tournament for the first time in 50 years, and Justin was named MVP of the tournament. He was again named First Team All-State by the ASWA and Birmingham News, and was also listed in the ASWA Super 5 across all classifications. He played in the North-South All-Star Game. He was the 4A Player of the Year and was runner-up for Mr. Basketball in the state of Alabama. Justin averaged a whopping 29.9 points, 10.9 rebounds, and 5.4 assists per game. As a senior at DHS, Justin made the Marshall County All-Tournament team and was selected as the Marshall County Offensive Player of the Year. Again, he was named First Team All-State and was selected for the Super 5. He was the Gadsden Times Player of the Year and was named a Rivals.com Top 150 player in the nation. For the second straight year, Justin was runner-up for Mr. Basketball in Alabama. He was also selected for the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Game. When Justin finished his Douglas career, he was the all-time leading scorer in Douglas history with over 2,300 points. He also corralled over 1,000 rebounds, dished out over 500 assists, and shot over 45% from three-point range. When he graduated, he ranked 6th in scoring, 9th in rebounding, and 7th in three-pointers made in Alabama state history. After graduation, Justin signed a scholarship to play basketball at the University of Alabama. As a member of the Tide, he averaged 11 points per game. He was on the first Crimson Tide team to play in the Elite Eight. After the 2005-06 season, Justin transferred to Troy University, where in 2 years he started 50 games. He set the Troy single-game scoring record when he scored 44 points against North Texas. He made 10 three-pointers in the game. He also set the school record for most field goals in a game against South Alabama. He was named All-Academic Sun Belt. After graduating from Troy, Justin began his coaching career as the JV coach at Madison County High School. After a couple of years there, he moved over to Arab Junior High, where his boys' teams won both the 7th and 8th grade Marshall County titles in 2010 and 11. He moved up to coach the Arab JV squad, winning 2 county championships in 2 years. In 2013, Justin was chosen to be the varsity girls coach at AHS. In his 3-year tenure, the Lady Knights won 62 games, had an Elite Eight appearance, and won the Marshall County Championship in 2016. Coach Jonas was named AHSAA Class 5A Coach of the Year. Justin then moved over to coach the Arab varsity boys. During his 5 seasons, the team won 77 games, won 3 sub-region games, and played in 3 Northeast regionals. After the 2020-21 season, Justin decided to follow in his father Kirk's footsteps and accepted the job as the varsity boys head coach at DAR High School. His Patriot teams have won 3 area championships, a Northeast Regional Tournament championship, and an appearance in the AHSAA State Tournament in 2024. Coach Jonas is the only person in the history of the state of Alabama to be selected as a classifications Player of the Year and also later selected as Coach of the Year. He is also the only male to win a varsity Marshall County championship as a player and as a coach. On October 8, 2011, Justin married the former Molly Caudell of Boaz. They have 3 boys, Gray, Duke, and Max. The family enjoys fishing, watching movies, and going on family trips. The Jonas family are active members of First Baptist Church, Guntersville, where Justin and Molly teach children's Sunday school. He is also involved with Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2026 inductee, Justin Jonas. Justin will be presented his plaque by Hall of Fame board member Barry May Hall, and his pen as well, Barry.
All right. First of all, I want to thank the Hall of Fame committee for this honor. And the people that's working this event tonight, thank you so much, especially the servers, which I decided to dress exactly the same as. I wore all black. I apologize for not serving your water when I walked by a few times. I would like to start this speech by just saying, coaching, teaching, my family, just how busy I am. It's hard to write a speech and get too far into it with Dad, are you done? Dad, hurry up. Dad, what are you doing? And they're just talking to me, my three little guys, and just having life. But they're all blessings, and what I got for you is pretty short and sweet. But most of the time, honors, recognitions, and awards, they always will fade. And one thing in my life that I'm pretty grounded in is my family, what I do for others, of course, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. They will always last forever. And that is my advice to any young people that are here listening. I would like to thank the following people. My dad, my coach, my father, my teacher. Proverbs 23:24 says, the father of a righteous child has a great joy. A man who fathers a wise son rejoices in him. I pray he rejoices in me every day, and that I've made him proud. My mom, my rock, my safety, my comfort, my world. Proverbs 31:31, honor her with all that your hands have done. Let her works be her praise at the city gate. What you do and done is more than anyone could have done for me. Thank you so much. My brother, my best friend, whole world. John 2:10, whoever loves his brother remains in the light, and there is no cause of some stumbling in him. With my brother in my life, I have never stumbled. He's always been there for me. He's kept me definitely in the light. We'll say it that way, okay? My wife, my three children, obviously my whole life. Wife, Molly Jonas, I praise her every day. Proverbs 18:22 says, he who finds a wife who finds what is good, gaining favor from the Lord. My favor was definitely gained from the Lord when I met her. It was given to me the day I married her, and she is for sure my everything. Children, obviously just a gift. We all know that, but also can be a little too much sometimes. But in the end, Psalms 127:3 says, children are indeed a heritage from the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. That is basically just what I just said. It's a gift, and I'm so thankful for all three of them. Coaches, I have one for the coaches that coach me. 2 Timothy 4:7, I put this to all my players that I coach every single year. I have fought a good fight, have finished the race, and I have kept the faith. Those are literally the words that I live by, because in our lives, there's going to be fights, and there's going to be a race that you've got to run all the time. And through that, you've got to keep your faith. You've got to keep it. And these people that I've talked about has helped me keep it. But there's one coach I want to thank especially, and he was never coached to me. He was my dad. Thank you for everything, Dad. You mean the world to me. And all the good times were amazing. The rough times were too, but I won't talk much about that, because the last time I did that, he sent me to the locker room during the game. So I'm not going to get into the bad times. Finally, thank you to all the trials, all the tribulations, all the hard times, all the hardships, the obstacles, and the people that try to stop me, the times that try to stop me. And I just want to thank you for my successes, because that's what got me here, is all the hardships, all the tough times. And in the end, I'm only here because of my Lord Savior, Jesus Christ, and I thank him every single day, and I always will. God bless. Thank y'all.
Hey folks, Mark Bricky, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Up next, A.J. Milwee. Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2026 inductee, A.J. Milwee. Alan Jacob Milwee, known as A.J., was born on January 19, 1986 in Gadsden to Jeff and Fran Milwee. Jeff is a retired educator and football coach, and Fran is a local attorney. A.J. has a sister, Anna, who is an associate athletic director at the University of North Alabama. Jeff coached football at J.B. Pennington High School, so A.J. attended Bluntsville Elementary through 4th grade. In 1996, Jeff was hired as the head football coach at Boaz. A.J. attended Boaz schools for 5th through 8th grades. Jeff left Boaz after the 1999 season to become the head coach at Susan Moore, where the family stayed for A.J.'s freshman and sophomore years. A.J. returned to Boaz High School for his junior and senior years and led BHS to its most successful run in school history in football under 2024 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee head coach Drew Knowles and offensive coordinator Lyle Darnell, a 2004 inductee. Over his 2 years as quarterback, the Pirates went 21-5 and reached the quarterfinals of the AHSAA state playoffs in both 2002 and 2003. He was selected All-Marshall County, All-Region, and All-State. A.J. was also a member of the varsity basketball and golf teams. Both the basketball and golf teams played in the AHSAA state tournament during his 2 years on the teams. He was selected All-Marshall County and All-Area in basketball and All-Marshall County and All-State in golf. After graduating from Boaz High in the spring of 2004, A.J. transferred to the University of Alabama, where he was a member of the Crimson Tide football team. After his freshman year, he transferred to the University of North Alabama and became the Lions' starting quarterback as a sophomore. Having compiled a 33-5 mark as UNA's quarterback during the 2006 through 08 seasons, A.J. set all-time school records for career passing yards, pass completions, passing attempts, touchdown passes, and total offense yards. He earned honorable mention All-America honors as a senior and is a member of the program's All-Decade team from 1999 to 2008. At UNA, he was a two-time finalist for the Harlan Hill Trophy, awarded annually to the nation's top player at the NCAA Division II level. In 2008, A.J. was selected as the Alabama Sports Writers Association Small College Player of the Year in the state of Alabama. A.J. spent the 2009 and 2010 seasons on Terry Bowden's staff at UNA as a graduate assistant. While on the Lions staff, the program went a combined 20-6, made back-to-back playoff appearances, and were 2009 Gulf South Conference champions. He then left UNA to become an assistant coach at East Mississippi Community College, where they won the 2011 NJCAA National Championship. When Coach Terry Bowden got the head coaching job at the University of Akron, he asked A.J. to come aboard as his quarterbacks coach. In 2013, he was promoted to the offensive coordinator position for the Zips and spent 6 seasons overseeing the offense. He became the second youngest coordinator in FBS at age 27. During his tenure at Akron, the Zips won a division title and played in 2 bowl games. He mentored numerous All-Mid-American Conference players and academic All-MAC selections. In 2016, A.J. was named to the inaugural American Football Coaches Association 30 Under 30 Coaches Leadership Institute. The prestigious program, sponsored by the American Football Coaches Foundation and the NCAA Leadership Development, is aimed at training premier future leaders in the football coaching profession.
In 2019, AJ returned to the state of Alabama, becoming a member of Coach Nick Saban's University of Alabama staff. He was an offensive analyst for the Crimson Tide for the 2019 and 2020 seasons. The 2020 squad went 13-0 and captured the national championship. When Coach Steve Sarkisian was named head coach at the University of Texas, one of his first hires was A.J. Milwee as his quarterbacks coach. Now, as co-offensive coordinator, A.J. is a trusted part of Sarkisian's staff, both on the field and in recruiting. He is widely respected in the college football coaching community as a recruiter and player developer, like Longhorn quarterbacks Quinn Ewers and Arch Manning. On June 27, 2015, AJ married the former Ashley Elliott of Huntsville. The couple have 2 sons, JJ and Jet. The Milwees are members of Austin Ridge Bible Church in Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2026 inductee, A.J. Milwee.
Couple of things. We found out in the last couple of weeks after the videos was completed that AJ is being inducted into the UNA Sports Hall of Fame this year. So congratulations to him. He cannot be with us tonight because they are having a huge recruiting weekend at the University of Texas. However, his wife Ashley is here and their sons JJ and Jet to accept on his behalf. And they are being presented their plaque by board member Ricky Smith.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ashley Milwee, and I am proud to be AJ's wife. AJ and I met in 2011, well after his playing career. So I never got to know him as a player like most of y'all did in the room. As he said, unfortunately, he was unable to make the trip from Austin, Texas, so it's an honor for our family to be here and for me to share his speech. Here is his speech. First, I want to say how humbled and honored I am to be standing here tonight as a member of the Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame. To be recognized alongside so many incredible athletes, coaches, and individuals who have contributed to the sport in this county is something I never imagined when I was growing up. Marshall County will always be home to me, no matter where I live. It is where I learned the value of hard work, commitment, teamwork, and my faith. It is where I was surrounded by people who believed in me long before I had any accomplishments worth recognizing. Tonight's honor is a reminder of how fortunate I have been of those amazing people. No one reaches a stage like this alone. Every coach, teammate, family member, teachers, friends, and community members played a role in my life. I do want to thank the Sports Hall of Fame Committee for this incredible recognition. Thank you for preserving the history of athletics in our community and honoring the athletes and coaches who have shaped this county. To my parents, Fran and Jeff, and my sister Anna, thank you for everything. You sacrificed your time, energy, and often your own plans so I could pursue my dreams. More importantly, you instilled values back then that created the man I am today. I would also like to recognize my extended family, grandparents, aunts, uncles, etc. Growing up at Boaz High was a tremendous blessing. I was fortunate to play alongside great teammates and to be coached by people who invested in me not only as an athlete, but as a person. Football taught me discipline, resilience, and the importance of being part of something bigger than just myself. There is something unique about Friday nights in Boaz and in Marshall County. The support from this community creates an environment where young athletes can dream big. To our sons, JJ and Jet, you are my greatest joy and my proudest accomplishment. I hope that as you grow up, you understand that success is not measured by all the awards and recognitions or the stats. It is measured by character, integrity, hard work, and how you treat other people. I'm thankful every day to be your dad. I accept this recognition with tremendous gratitude. Thank you to Marshall County, to Boaz, to my family, and everyone who's been part of my life. May we continue to invest in the next generation of young athletes in this community and encourage them to dream big. Thank you all, and God bless.
Up next, Frank Moore.
Sixth inductee, Frank Moore. Frank Moore was born on November 9, 1956, to the late Willie and Essie Mae Moore of Guntersville. He had two brothers, Max Stewart and Kenny Moore. He played his basketball career in the 6th grade at Carlisle Park Middle School, now Guntersville Middle School. Frank played on the A, B, and C teams through the 8th grade, alongside Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Kent Looney. At Guntersville High School, Frank, Kent, and their teammates played for Hall of Fame coach Jim Rhodes as the Wildcats won their first 3A state basketball championship in 1975. En route to that title, the Cats defeated Russellville, Sparkman, and Livingston, and Frank was selected as first team All-State. In the 1976 3A state semifinal game, Frank was matched up against Andrew Toney of Glenn High School in Birmingham, who had a stellar career in college and the NBA. Looney had fouled out of the game, but Frank took up the slack, scoring 28 points to Toney's 27, leading the Cats to a 63-60 victory. He was selected MVP of the AHSAA state tournament and All-State, as was Looney and Toney. During the 1975 and 76 seasons, the Wildcats were area and Marshall County champions and 3A state champs. Coach Rhodes wrote that of the many great players that he coached during his career, Frank was a complete player and would have been in the top 10. He also said that while Kent Looney garnered most of the attention, Frank was almost an equal, and if it had not been for a bad knee that he received at an early age, he would have been equal. Both were super talented and great competitors. Following his high school career, Frank signed a scholarship to play basketball at Calhoun State Community College. After his playing days, Frank worked 8 years at Quality Foods and 10 years at Moultrie Nissan. He passed away on October 23, 2008. He was a member of St. Minor Primitive Baptist Church. Frank was preceded in death by a son, Frankie Dwayne Moore, and a brother, James Arthur Havis. He also had a daughter, Carolissa Moore, and a son, Kenyon Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2026 inductee, Frank Moore.
Accepting the award, being presented by Mitch Shelton, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame board member. And Kent Looney is going to come up and say a few words about Frank.
Having seen that picture of Frank, I'm a little emotional right now. But that's the first time I've seen his picture in quite a while. Frank was a great teammate, and Frank was my best friend. If you saw me, you saw Frank. I think me and Frank started to play ball together in the 7th grade. We didn't play again together until the 10th grade in high school, because I moved up. And then we played the 10th and 11th grade and 12th grade, but in I think it was in the 11th, that's when we won the state title. And Frank was probably, like to say, I got most of the attention, but I'm here to tell you that Frank was probably just as good or better than I was. Frank was a great player. He was at his best when he had his back to the goal, mid-range. Frank was just unbelievable. He was a beast, and I think probably Frank and I probably was the best guard forward combo ever in Marshall County, probably the world. I really feel that way. We just had a way of of communicating with one another like no other players could. For example, me and Frank communicated when he was rebounding the basketball. I knew what Frank was going to do while he was rebounding the basketball. If you wanted to take and have a player to go to war with and have your back, Frank was that player. We was playing Russellville. Chris Bragwell was 6'9". Frank tucked and shot over him all night long. When we was playing Glenn High School, Andrew Toney, when I fouled out, I didn't have no doubt that Frank was going to take over. Frank, I love you, I miss you, and Jim Rhodes called me today, and Jim Rhodes wanted me to tell you that he loved you, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kent.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items. Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Steve and Marilyn Murphy invite you to visit Harrelson Drugs. In addition to being your trusted healthcare resource, Harrelson carries a great selection of gifts and collectibles. You'll find aisles of the most popular names and brands suitable for any occasion. They're also your source for customized invitations and printing. You'll always find an all-occasion card to say exactly what you feel. Harrelson's also carries convenience groceries from the shelf and from the cooler. Harrelson Drugs on the corner of Obrig and Patterson in Gunnersville.
Next up, Riley Norris.
Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2026 inductee, Riley Norris. Riley Christopher Norris was born on November 3, 1994 in Gadsden to Eddie and Gina Norris. Eddie was a teacher and coach, while Gina worked for the Cherokee County Board of Education. Riley has 3 siblings. His sister Haley Wadsworth works for Southern Company. His brother Drew Norris is a project manager for Brett Slayton Homes, and his sister Jordan Norris is a stay-at-home mom. Haley played volleyball for the Sandrock Wildcats, and Drew and Jordan were standout athletes at Albertville High School. Riley grew up in Sandrock, Alabama, where his dad was a coach. Riley played soccer, basketball, and baseball in the Sandrock youth leagues. As a middle schooler at Sandrock High, he played football, basketball, and baseball. Riley played on the varsity basketball team at Sandrock as an 8th grader and was selected second team Class 2A All-State by the Alabama Sports Writers Association. After Riley's 8th grade year, Eddie was hired as an assistant basketball coach at Albertville, and Riley transferred to AHS. He played for the Aggies from the 2010-11 season through the 2013-14 season. Riley played baseball and football at Albertville High, but his basketball career at AHS was prolific. He is arguably the most awarded basketball player in Aggie history. He was All-Marshall County 4 years and was the most valuable player for 3 straight seasons. He was an all-area performer all 4 seasons. He made the All-Northeast Regional Tournament team in both 2011 and 2012. He was ASWA Class 5A Second Team All-State during his freshman season. His sophomore year, he was Class 5A First Team All-State and a finalist for Player of the Year. Riley was Class 6A First Team All-State and Player of the Year finalist in both his junior and senior seasons. Riley attended some prestigious camps as a high schooler. He attended the NBA Top 100 camp and the Kevin Durant camp for the top 20 high school wing players in the nation. He played in the AHSAA North-South All-Star Game and was the most valuable player in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Game in 2014. He was also a McDonald's All-American nominee. Numerous print publications named Riley in their postseason accolades, including being named on the Huntsville Times Elite Team 3 times and the Gadsden Times Player of the Year twice. He was also selected as the Birmingham Tip-Off Club Player of the Week. When Riley finished his high school career, he had amassed 3,087 career points, good for number 14 on the AHSAA's career scoring list. He had secured 1,796 career rebounds, landing at number 3 on the career rebounding list in state history. He led the Aggies to 96 wins, scored 2,443 points, and garnered 1,362 rebounds in his 4 high school seasons. After high school, Riley signed a scholarship to play basketball for Coach Anthony Grant at the University of Alabama, where he became a cornerstone of the Crimson Tide program. Riley was named the team's most outstanding freshman. After his freshman season, Coach Avery Johnson was named head coach of the Tide. Riley led the team in rebounding and double-doubles and tied a then-school record with 8 three-pointers in a game during the 2015-16 season. He was voted team captain his senior year. Riley was named to the SEC All-Academic Honor Roll multiple times. When he finished his career at the Capstone, he had set a program record for the most games played by a Crimson Tide player with 136 games played. Riley graduated from the University of Alabama with a BS in Commerce, Business Administration, and Marketing, and a master's degree in marketing. He currently works for Inspire Medical Systems in medical device sales. On July 31st, 2021, Riley married the former Darby Sims. They have a son named Beckham, who is 2 years old. The family resides in Vestavia Hills and enjoys all types of outdoor activities. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2026 inductee, Riley Norris.
Board member Joey Baker will be presenting Riley with his plaque and commemorative pin.
All right, good evening. First and foremost, I want to thank God. Without Him, none of this is possible. I'm truly grateful that God chose me and gave me basketball as a platform to glorify Him. Second, to the Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame, I just want to say thank you for this tremendous honor. I'm truly honored and deeply grateful for this opportunity. To my coaches and teammates, I wouldn't be up here today if it wasn't for you guys. You know, basketball is a team sport, so it's possible to be up here standing alone. I saw a couple people here that I'd like to recognize. Coach Harding, thank you. When I moved to Aberville, I knew a little bit about basketball, but you taught me a whole lot more. You challenged me every day and you pushed me in practice. You always wanted me to be better. I can't thank you enough. I also can't move on without saying one of my favorite sayings from Coach Harding. He has a bunch, but the one that I cannot wait to tell Beckham when he's old enough to play sports is, bless your heart. I also want to thank Coach Anthony Grant and Coach Avery Johnson. They gave me my opportunity at the University of Alabama, and I'm truly blessed that they gave me that opportunity to pursue my dream. A couple of my family members that are here, I have an awesome family and support system. A couple of them that made it tonight, my Aunt Joy and Uncle Randy, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. My older sister, Haley, my brother-in-law, Jason, and their oldest son's here tonight, Connor. Thank you, guys. My sister, Jordan, who couldn't be here, she was always one of my biggest fans and at just about every Alabama basketball game that she could be at. Drew, my brother Drew, my sister-in-law, Kelsey, thank you guys for being here. My brother and I were 12 months apart. I feel really sorry for my parents because I can only imagine how bad it was for our childhood. But with that, he and I were competitive. Everything was a competition. It didn't matter if we were racing. It didn't matter if it was schoolwork. It didn't matter if it was video games. Everything was competition. That's probably why I have bumps all in my ears from him slamming my head into my grandmother's brick wall. But no, truly, I really appreciate everything. He and I were so close. I always played up on his sports teams. Drew was one of the most selfless people that I know, just from the fact that I was getting accolades and I was always going to these tournaments and doing all this stuff, and he never once was jealous or envious of me. He continued to support me, and I don't think that he missed many home games throughout my career at Alabama. Also here tonight, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, Mark and Jill Sims, two great role models that were put in my life, and I'm very thankful for them, even though they are Auburn fans. And every time my son comes home, he says two words that I'm like, whoa, 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 you're going to get in trouble next time we say those. My beautiful wife, Darby, and my son, Beckham. I met Darby when I was at the University of Alabama. Out of 40,000 students that attend there, she was an Auburn fan, and I don't know how I got so lucky. But she's been awesome. She went from never knowing a thing about basketball to I come home after games and she was Coach Darby. Well, you should have done this better. You should have done that. So I always was getting coached and taught all the different lessons. But no, I couldn't do anything without you, and truly grateful that you guys are in my life. Finally, my mom and dad. So they sacrificed a lot for not just me, but all of our siblings. I can't put into words how much my mom means to me. Always my go-to when I needed someone to talk to. My dad, he truly, truly sacrificed for me. He taught me the game of basketball. Being a coach's son's different because you're always in the gym. Grew up on school buses, in the gym. I truly couldn't have done it without you guys. This is much my award as it is yours. So thank you guys. Lastly, basketball's given me so much. It's given me way more than what trophies can represent. It's taught me how to deal with adversity. It's also taught me to be resilient. It's also shown me how to handle success with humility while also never giving up on my dreams. And then to all the young kids that may hear this or may be there, never give up on your dreams, because when you work hard, you stay humble, and you give God all the glory, good things happen. Thank you, and God bless.
As the Electric Board of Gunnersville, we want you to know that we are your partner in the community, and we hope our commitment, character, and integrity shine through every time you meet us as we empower our community to be the best it can be.
As the city of Gunnersville continues to grow and prosper, your Gunnersville Water Board keeps pace. For more information on the Gunnersville Water Board, including fast and easy online bill payment, visit their informative website, gvillewater.com.
We're big on serving. We have programs designed to be a part of the community that we're in. I think communities that have a good community bank tend to be a little more robust.
If you're looking for rental property, call on Bonds Rentals. Visit bondsrealestate.com to search their extensive list of available properties. For more info, give them a call at 256-582-0203 or stop by their office at 1413 Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville. Bonds Rentals, another proud sponsor of this Community Channel broadcast. As loyal fans for over 6 decades, this team of former Wildcats is proud to support Gunnersville City Schools, academics, and athletics. Beard and Beard Attorneys at Law would like to wish our local schools the best of luck and encourage their fans to attend the games and cheer them on.
Hello, this is Maury Yancey, President of the Lake Gunnersville Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce staff, board, and membership proudly cheer the Wildcats on to victory. When you shop local, you are supporting the future of our young people. The Lake Gunnersville Chamber of Commerce, cheering on the Wildcats.
First Baptist Church of Gunnersville is another proud supporter of Gunnersville High School. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the seasons.
Next, Jeremiah Patterson.
Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2026 inductee, Jeremiah Patterson. Jeremiah Gawain Patterson was born on July 2, 1974 in Boaz to Irvin and Becky Patterson. Becky worked at Federal Mogul and Irvin owned a local auto parts store. Jeremiah has a brother, Jason Patterson, and a sister, Allison Wiggs, both Boaz High School graduates. Growing up in Painter, Jeremiah played basketball and football as a youth in the Asbury community and played Pee Wee football at Geraldine. As a student at Asbury Junior High, Jeremiah excelled on the basketball court for 2012 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Frank Baker. Jeremiah graduated from Asbury Junior High as the valedictorian of the 1989 ninth grade class. Asbury was a feeder school for Boaz High School at the time, so the next year he became a student at BHS. Jeremiah played JV basketball for a year under Coach John Beck and varsity basketball as a junior and senior under Coach Brent McCoy. He was selected as an All-Marshall County and All-Area performer as a varsity Pirate. He graduated from Boaz High in 1992 and spent 2 years at Snead State Junior College. Jeremiah entered Jacksonville State University in the fall of '94 and began serving as a boys basketball assistant coach at Boaz Middle School for Coach Eric Dyer. Jeremiah graduated from Jack State in the spring of 1997 with a degree in physical education. After graduating, Jeremiah was hired by 2023 inductee Bill Aaron as a PE teacher and boys and girls basketball coach at Claysville Junior High. He spent 6 years at Claysville, capping off his tenure with an undefeated season with his girls team in 2003. Coach Patterson then transferred to Boaz Middle School, coaching the BMS boys teams to 3 Marshall County championships in 2 years. His 2003-04 7th grade team went undefeated. He was promoted to junior varsity coach, winning a pair of Marshall County championships and Marshall County Coach of the Year honors. His combined BMS and BHS JV records were 111 and 10 over a 5-year span. In the spring of 2008, Jeremiah was elevated to the boys varsity head coach position at Boaz High School. In 5 years, his teams won 2 area championships, made 4 postseason appearances, and 2 Northeast Regional Tournament appearances. He won 88 games in his 5-season tenure. Several of his players signed collegiate scholarships. In 2013, Jeremiah moved across town as an assistant coach at Snead State Community College under then head coach Jay Welburn. After a 3-year stint as an assistant, he was hired in the spring of 2016 as the Parsons head coach. Snead State has been ultra successful in the last decade. They have won 4 Alabama State championships in 2018, 2023, 2024, and 2025. The Parsons have played in the NJCAA National Tournament on 2 occasions, and Coach Patterson has been named Coach of the Year twice. His JUCO career record stands at 216 and 96. On June 16, 2001, Jeremiah married the former Leah McCamey of Albertville. They have 2 children. Son Maddox graduated from the University of Alabama in May with a degree in chemical engineering, while daughter Maggie is a student at Wallace-Hansville, where she stars on the flag football team for the Lions. The family are active members of the Guntersville Church of Christ, and they enjoy traveling in their spare time. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2026 inductee, Jeremiah Patterson.
And presenting Coach Patterson with his plaque and pen is the man who hired him for his first job, Mr. Bill Aaron.
There's so many people I'd like to thank tonight. 3 minutes is not enough time for all of those people, so I just tried to highlight the people that have meant the most to me as far as my career and through my coaching profession. First person I want to thank is Frank Baker. Frank was my junior high basketball coach at Asbury. He meant so much to me and the community of Asbury. Would not be who I am without Coach Baker and so many more people that came through that school and how much he meant to them. And not only was he a basketball coach, he's a lifelong mentor. He hired me to work 3 different summers for him when I was in college. Still comes to all of my home games at Snead State and one of our biggest supporters. So thank you, Coach Baker. My next coach I want to thank, he's not here tonight, but Brent McCoy was my varsity basketball coach at Boaz. Brent was one of the toughest men I've ever known in my life. His idea was to make us the toughest, meanest, hardest working most disciplined team. It taught me so much about how you can win when you might not be good enough, and I thank him for that. The next one I want to thank is, he's not here tonight, but Eric Dyer. He was the first person that I worked under. Eric, if you knew him in the coaching profession, was the best coach I've ever been around in my life. I would not be anything like I am now if I wouldn't have learned under him for those few years. I'm so grateful for all that I learned from him, and I'll never be able to repay him for that. The next one I want to thank was Mr. Aaron that presented me with my plaque. Mr. Aaron was my principal when I was a kindergartner, and then he hired me for my first teaching job and coaching job. He had confidence in me to coach both those teams, or actually probably just said, I need somebody to coach. But anyway, I owe a lot to Mr. Aaron. He's always been a huge mentor in my life, and he's helped me get to where I am today, so thank you. Next, I want to say thanks to Lance Kitchens. Lance gave me a chance to move up to the varsity staff with him, and I learned a lot from him over those 2 years that I got to work for him, so I want to thank him for that. Next, Patrick Williams, who's the MC tonight, was actually my assistant coach for 4 years. He did so much behind the scenes to help me out, stuff that I hate doing, that people don't even understand has to be done, and Patrick did a great job of that. Now, when we were getting our brains beat in against Winona one time, I said, Patrick, you got anything for me? He said, no. Next, I want to thank the administrators at Snead. Two of them are here tonight, Casey Underwood and Joe Whitmore, and then Mark Richard, who hired me there. Those three guys have been so important to the success at Snead State. They make my job so easy, and we would not be what we are at Snead without those men. Next, I want to talk about my family. My sister, Allison, has always been my biggest supporter when I played and when I coach. She has my back. Even when I tell her to keep her mouth shut, she's always there for me. My brother, who's here tonight also, Jason, we were 3 years apart, but we played against each other our whole lives, and he never once let me win a game. Now, I did beat him a few times, but not because he let me. And he made me who I am as far as the toughness and playing basketball and that kind of thing, and he's been my best friend through my life. My mom and dad, Irvin and Becky, they sacrificed so much for us. Like, we were going to basketball camp that cost way more than we could afford, but my mother would umpire games and my dad would do side jobs and did what they could to let us do what we could to be who we wanted to be. So thank you so much for everything you did for us. The last one's my daughter Maggie. She's always been there supporting me, even keeping me accountable and telling me when we're not good. My son Maddox, always been there for me through my career. He got to travel with us a couple years, be our bookkeeper and our manager, and it meant so much to me. And then my wife, Leah. Any coach knows that without a good wife, you're not going to be successful. She's always known me as a coach, and coaches are not good people during the season sometimes. She's put up with a lot as far as my moodiness and not talking and on the phone and recruiting and all that stuff. And I would not be anything near what I am today without my wife, Leah. So thank you. Thank you to everybody here.
I don't know what he expected me to say when we're getting our brains beat in by Winona. No, I don't have any answers at this point.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this Community Channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Next up, Michael Pruitt.
Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2026 inductee, Michael Pruitt. Michael Shane Pruitt was born on August 5, 1970 in Gadsden, Alabama, to Larry and Vicki Pruitt of Southside. He had one sister, Lisa. In the 1980s, Southside High School had an outstanding wrestling program under the leadership of Coach Jimmy Blanton. Michael was a 4-year letterman, wrestling for the Panthers on teams that won 3 AHSAA state championships from 1985 to 87. He was also a letter winner in golf. Following graduation, Michael enrolled at Auburn University on an Army ROTC scholarship. After graduation in 1992, he graduated from Airborne School, serving in the active reserves in the military, police, and chemical branches as an officer until 2000. In 1995, Michael graduated from Jacksonville State University with a master's degree in secondary education. While working on his degree, he also began his coaching career at Southside High School alongside Coach Blanton. Coach Pruitt coached junior varsity, junior high, and youth league wrestling, in addition to assistant varsity baseball. After coaching 3 years at Southside, Michael was hired as the head wrestling coach at Arab High School. Over the next 24 years, the Knights won 7 AHSAA state wrestling championships in 2011, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018. They were also dual state championships in 2017 and 2018 and were state runners-up in 2006, 2008, 2010, and 2019. His record in dual meets was 602 wins, 139 losses, and 3 ties. In addition to team records, he coached 30 individual state champions, 125 state tournament placers, and 214 state qualifiers. Many of Coach Pruitt's wrestlers received college scholarships. Coach Pruitt was inducted into the class of 2019 National Wrestling Hall of Fame and was awarded the Alabama NFHS Coach of the Year for Wrestling in 2013 and 2014 and the 2019 Lifetime Service to Wrestling Award. In receiving these awards, Coach Pruitt always gave credit to the hard work and dedication of the wrestlers, their parents, the assistant coaches, and the volunteers who assisted the team during wrestling tournaments and meets. In addition to coaching, Pruitt served as the District 8 representative on the Alabama State Wrestling Committee from 2010 until his death. Coach Michael Pruitt passed away on December 16, 2024 following heart surgery in Gulfport, Mississippi. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2026 inductee, Michael Pruitt.
Board member Kevin Surratt will present Coach Pruitt's plaque and pin to his parents, accepting tonight Royce and Vicki Chambers.
Well, this is hard, being the mother, but we want to thank you all for this award. We're awfully proud of Michael. was great.
It is hard to lose a stepson that you love so much. I had him for almost 25 years as a stepdad. And I loved him as my own. And he was dedicated to his profession. And he loved those kids that he coached. He was such a humble man. And he gave credit to his success to his fellow coaches and to his wrestlers. There's more I'd love to say, but I'm just so full that I can't say anymore. But thank you for this honor, for him being inducted to the Sportsman Hall of Fame. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bond's Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Up next, Barry Randalls.
Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2026 inductee, Barry Randalls. Barry Lynn Randalls was born on January 9, 1965 at the Gunnersville Hospital. His parents were Wiley and Margaret Randalls. He had 3 siblings, Kathy Donahue, Kay Kirkland, and Keith Randalls. Kathy and Kay were both cheerleaders at the Kate Duncan Smith Daughters of the American Revolution High School. Keith played basketball for the Patriots. His parents never missed a DAR game when one of his children played or cheered. Barry started playing basketball at KDS in the 7th grade for Etowah County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Donnie Pruitt. Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Joe Teal was the principal and athletic director, and Hall of Fame coach Bobby Buford came to DAR when Randalls was in the 9th grade. Barry also played baseball and ran on the cross country and track and field teams. Barry played varsity basketball for 3 years. John Myers was the head coach as the Patriots were runner-up in the Marshall County tournament. The team went on to win the area and regional tournaments, beating Madison County to advance to the state AA basketball tournament. Barry was selected to the All-Marshall County team 2 years. Marshall County Best Offensive Player 1 year, and All-Area Tournament 3 years. He was also recognized as Honorable Mention All-State by the Birmingham News and Second Team All-State by the Birmingham Post-Herald. He averaged 20.7 points per game as a senior in 1983 and was awarded the James Henry Lane Award and MVP in basketball. After an outstanding senior year, Barry and teammate Robbie Rice both signed to play basketball at Snead State under legendary Hall of Fame coach John Kitchens for the 1983-84 and 1984-85 seasons. Randalls then played at Livingston State for the next 2 years. One of the coaches there was Craig Roden, another Hall of Fame inductee. Following his playing days, Barry continued in sports as an avid fisherman, competing in many fishing tournaments. After college, Barry worked for Mead Paper Mill in Stevenson and also worked as a truck driver for Pilgrim's Pride. He had 3 children, Blake, Drew, and Lauren, and 2 grandchildren, Nova and Samson Randalls. In 2018, at the age of 55, Barry passed away due to a heart attack soon after returning from fishing on the Tennessee River. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2026 inductee, Barry Randalls.
Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame board member Stacy Anderton will be presenting Barry's plaque to his son, Drew Randalls.
Guess I'm the talker in the family. All right. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. My dad, Barry Randalls, was the best basketball player I ever knew. I wish he could be here with us today, but as y'all heard from the video, he passed away at 55. Massive heart attack in his sleep. But we're here today to celebrate a lifetime accomplishment of his. But first, I want to tell you about my dad, the man, Barry Randalls. He taught me everything I knew about basketball, but never could I replicate the things my dad, Barry Randalls, could do. Man was still grabbing rim at 40, and I was 17 and couldn't even touch it. Everyone that knew my dad knew what kind of player he was. Growing up, going to school in his hometown, Grant, Alabama, I heard a lot from a lot of different people. But it was when I got older, I realized what an impact my dad made outside of his hometown. I've met people that knew him from his time at Livingston and his time from Snead State. All those people said the same thing in different ways. Your dad was the best shooter I've ever seen. Your dad lit up a room. He was a great basketball player. But truth be told, those people were always right. He was a great shooter, and he did light up every room he walked in. But most importantly, he was a teacher. He taught me not only basketball, but how to change a tire and how to handle problems that seemed bigger than myself. And for that, I am forever thankful. The things my dad taught me, I will teach my son Samson in hopes that my dad's memory stays alive through him. So when you see his name, Barry Randalls, the extraordinary basketball player, just know he was a lot more than that to a lot more people. But we are excited now that his memory will forever be sealed into the Marshall County Hall of Fame. And I thank everyone who made this dream come true of my dad's. Could not appreciate it more. And hope everybody has a great night.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items. Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Steve and Marilyn Murphy invite you to visit Harrelson Drugs. In addition to being your trusted healthcare resource, Harrelson carries a great selection of gifts and collectibles. You'll find aisles of the most popular names and brands suitable for any occasion. They're also your source for customized invitations and printing. You'll always find an all-occasion card to say exactly what you feel. Harrelson's also carries convenience groceries from the shelf and from the cooler. Harrelson Drugs on the corner of Obrig and Patterson in Guntersville.
Up next, David Reed.
Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2026 inductee, David Reed. David Reed was born on August 9, 1956, to Frank David Reed Sr. and Catherine Raines Reed in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Growing up in Albertville, he cultivated a love for the outdoors through hunting and fishing on the Reed family farm. David has a younger sister, Joy Moore. He belonged to a storied athletic family, becoming the 6th to be inducted into the Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame. He joins his father, Frank Sr., uncles Ralph and Neil Reed, daughter Mary Catherine Capper Reed, and his uncle through marriage, Mac Whitaker. David participated in sports at Albertville High School, where he was an exceptional scholar athlete. In 1973-74, David was selected first team All-Marshall County in football, baseball, and track and field, leading the Aggies to Marshall County championships in all three, often shuttling between the baseball diamond and the track on the same day. While playing football alongside Hall of Fame inductees Freddie Carr and Paul Maccabee, and for head coach Vernon Wells, David was selected All-Region and was the AHS Aggie of the Year for his leadership, talent, and character, both on and off the field. Jimmy Tolbert of the Sand Mountain Reporter wrote, "The dynamic duo of Freddie Carr and David Reed combined for 288 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns in leading the Albertville Aggies to a 35-16 victory over Guntersville, the first Aggie victory over a Wildcat team in 7 years, and their first Marshall County championship in 7 years." After high school, Coach Paul Bear Bryant offered David the opportunity to walk on at Alabama. However, he chose instead to follow his passion for water skiing, becoming a founding member of the university's first water ski team in 1975. At the American Water Ski Association National Championships in Tomahawk, Wisconsin, David won 3rd place in the open jump category. While a student at Bama in 1977, David met and later married Jamie Whitaker of Guntersville. Following graduation, he joined Reed Explosives prior to partnering with Jim Whitaker at Whitaker Contracting and Madison Materials. For over 4 decades, David drove the company's growth in North Alabama and the Southeast, becoming a respected figure in the road building and construction industry. He served as president of the Alabama Road Builders Association and the Alabama Asphalt Pavement Association and was inducted into the Road Builders Hall of Fame. David was also committed to public service and was chairman of the Guntersville City Board of Education from 2001 to 16 and was selected to be chairman of the Marshall County Commission. He was also a member of the Guntersville Church of Christ. David received the Golden Eagle Award from the Guntersville Chamber of Commerce and was named Citizen of the Year. His family's community legacy lives on through tributes such as Jim Whitaker Field, Mary Whitaker Field, Jim Whitaker Highway, Catherine Reed Garden, and David Reed Courtyard. Jamie and David have 3 children, Mary Catherine, Whit, and Jim. His favorite roles were as husband, father, and grandee to his 4 grandchildren, Aline, Mally, Lottie, and Guy. David passed away on June 19, 2025, before meeting his 5th grandchild, Frank David Reed III, known as Trip. David's legacy as an athlete, citizen, and family leader endures, not only for his athletic distinctions, but also for his leadership, dedication, grace, and service to others. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2026 inductee, David Reed.
Board member and Marshall County Commission member Joey Baker will be presenting David's plaque to his son, Whit Reed.
On behalf of the Reed family, we would like to thank the Hall of Fame committee for this nomination, and also congratulations to all those inducted tonight. My dad would have been up here thanking a long list of people, family, friends, teammates, coaches, and mentors. This would have meant a lot to him, not because of it being an athletic achievement, but because it was Marshall County. For those that knew him, know what this county meant to him. He took a lot of pride in Albertville, Guntersville, and the surrounding areas. If you wanted more, talking, Coach McAbee and his other teammates back in the back could get up and share a few stories, but he would have been honored for this award, and I just want to say thank you very much.
As the Electric Board of Guntersville, we want you to know that we are your partner in the community, and we hope our commitment, character, and integrity shine through every time you meet us as we empower our community to be the best it can be.
As the city of Guntersville continues to grow and prosper, your Guntersville Water Board keeps pace. For more information on the Guntersville Water Board, including fast and easy online bill payment, visit their informative website, gvillewater.com.
We're big on serving. We have programs designed to be a part of the community that we're in. I think communities that have a good community bank tend to be a little more robust.
If you're looking for rental property, call on Bonds Rentals. Visit bondsrealestate.com to search their extensive list of available properties. For more info, give them a call at 256-582-0203 or stop by their office at 1413 Gunner Avenue in Guntersville. Bonds Rentals, another proud sponsor of this Community Channel broadcast. As loyal fans for over 6 decades, this team of former Wildcats is proud to support Guntersville City Schools, academics, and athletics. Beard and Beard Attorneys at Law would like to wish our local schools the best of luck and encourage their fans to attend the games and cheer them on.
Hello, this is Maury Yancey, President of the Lake Guntersville Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce staff, board, and membership proudly cheer the Wildcats on to victory. When you shop local, you are supporting the future of our young people. The Lake Guntersville Chamber of Commerce, cheering on the Wildcats.
First Baptist Church of Guntersville is another proud supporter of Guntersville High School. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the seasons.
Up next, Ricky Vaughn.
Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2026 inductee, Ricky Vaughn. Ricky Darrell Vaughn was born on February 15, 1955, to Mr. and Mrs. John Albert Vaughn and Catherine Vaughn in Guntersville. He has 3 sisters, Sharon Tibbs, Brenda Childress, and Sandra Rhines, and a deceased brother, Donnie Ray Vaughn. His first cousin is Connie Vaughn, a 2017 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee. Ricky was one of 10 college athletes to come from Lakeview in Guntersville. He played on the 1966-68 teams at Lakeview before entering the newly integrated Marshall County High School, now Guntersville High School, in 1969. As a 9th grader, he played with the Carlisle Park Cubcats, winning the Marshall County Junior High Tournament. As a 10th grader, Ricky played on the Marshall County High School junior varsity team and was moved to the varsity in 1972. However, he chose to stay with the JV in order to get more playing time. In a game versus New Hope, Ricky scored 43 points in an 81-68 victory, hitting 17 field goals and going 9 for 16 on free throws. That record still stands today from a time before the three-point shot. As a senior, Ricky was an outstanding player for the Guntersville High School varsity, which won the Marshall County basketball tournament. He was one of 3 Wildcats selected to the All-Marshall County team that year. Ricky also scored double-digit points in 25 of the 28 games, averaging 17 points per game, and was selected honorable mention on the 3A All-State basketball team by the Alabama Basketball Coaches Association. He was also an outstanding football player for GHS, leading the team in pass receptions in 1972 and 1973. As a senior, he had 26 receptions for 389 yards, averaging 13.3 yards per catch. He had 7 rushes for 16 yards. On defense, he had 17 solo tackles and 47 assists. He was selected to the All-Marshall County football team and was voted best defensive back as a senior. Ricky was also an outstanding track and field athlete for the Cats. Ricky's skills resulted in football scholarship offers from Alabama A&M, Samford, and Florence State. However, he ultimately decided to accept a basketball scholarship to Florence State, later the University of North Alabama, and played with his cousin, Connie Vaughn. His highlights included scoring 22 points in the first intra-squad game at UNA and 20 points in a JV game against the Ole Miss Rebels in a 107-60 victory. The 1977 team finished third in the Gulf South Conference and advanced to the Final Four in the Division II championships in Springfield, Massachusetts. Ricky played 4 years at UNA, graduating in 1977 with a BS degree in Health, Physical Education, and Recreation with a minor in History. After graduation, Ricky worked for the Guntersville Recreation Department from 1977 to 80, coaching football and basketball. In 1980, he began coaching and teaching at Johnson High School in Huntsville. He spent 29 years coaching at Johnson High School, Huntsville High School, and Huntsville Middle School before his retirement in 2009. Ricky currently lives in Huntsville and spends time with his family and enjoys fishing. He has a stepdaughter, Misty Kirkland, and 3 grandchildren, Mackenzie and Jakari Kirkland and Vazion Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2026 inductee, Ricky Vaughn.
Hall of Fame board member Rick Marsh will be presenting Coach Vaughn with his commemorative plaque and pen.
First of all, I'd like to thank Jesus Christ for giving me this opportunity to be here tonight, because if not for him, this wouldn't be possible. And I'm sorry, but I said I wasn't going to do this, but he just blessed me so much now. So I just want to thank him. I also want to thank my stepdaughter, my granddaughter, my sisters, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my nieces, nephews, and friends for being here tonight. And that means a lot to me to see them all sitting out here, because we're getting older, and this may be the last time. I'm gonna try to stop, but I also want to thank the committee for voting me into the Hall of Fame. I'm going in with a lot of players like Jimmy Lee Griffith that played at the old Lakeview High School, which was a great athlete, and Butch Looney, who was the first black athlete to play in Marshall County. I used to watch him play all the time and wanted to be like him. And then when I went to high school, I got to play with a lot of good guys, teammates, like Mike Horton, who's already in the Hall of Fame, Ricky Marsh, who just took a picture with. He was a teammate. Let's see who else. Ricky Marsh, Kent Looney. Yeah, Kent was a freshman when we played. So and I was fortunate enough to play with all of those guys. And also, there's one other person. He'd kill me if I didn't mention his name. He already asked me about it before when he got in here. So I'd already made up my mind that I was going to save him for last. And that's somebody that I grew up with. Every time you saw one, you saw the other one. We were that close. We started playing together at the old Lakeview High School, went to the Carlisle Park Middle School back then, played together, moved on to high school where we played together and was fortunate enough to get scholarships to Florence State together. So we've been together a long time. And, you know, once we got to Florence State, we played for 4 years, and after that, you know, 4 years we kind of went apart. He went to Florida, I went to Huntsville. And finally he got some sense and moved back to Gunners. Look at him down there looking. But he moved back to Gaston, Alabama, and we still together now. And I know without his help, I wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because he did a lot to get me here. And I'd like to thank the Hall of Fame for voting me into the Hall of Fame to play with these guys. And that's something, you know, you can do a lot of things, but memories are something that you never forget. And I'll never forget, you know, being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And one other thing I want to thank my dad too. He always told me to do and work hard and you would get what you want, but nobody will give you anything. And here again, I'd just like to thank the Hall of Fame, and I also like to congratulate all the other people that was inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight, because I know it means as much to them as it does to me. So again, I'd just like to say thank you.
Congratulations, Coach. Well, we got through all 11. And I want to thank the inductees for agreeing on our time constraints. It's just 8:30. How about that? So that's the goal, and here we are. These videos will be uploaded to the Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame YouTube channel in short order. I don't know how long that's going to take, but that will be done in the very near future. I would encourage you to visit the Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame website. We will be getting that updated with the class of 2026 here in the next week. There you can access all of the bios and all of the videos on our website, and I just encourage you to visit that. That has all of them going back to 2002. So anybody that you would like to go back and take a look at, they're there, and we certainly would love for you to do that. So that's going to end things tonight. Again, we want to say congratulations to all of our inductees, and everyone, please have safe passage home. Good night.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime.
Yes, we're going to wrap it up. Barnes County comes back in the eye. Pitch out to number 20. There's the ball of pressure. Daniel Lyles on the ground. Eagles have a football. The Devils have one single receiver. Reverse coming there. Oh, and he missed him in the backfield. Get him down. Oh, number 53. Oh, is that baby kick? We're going to be all right. Surely, Kevin, can hear you. Little slick kick. Jake Rooney is going to take it. I don't know if he's going to take it on back to 6. Here comes Jake, got a blocker. Jake's up to the 20, up to the 25. Oh, he's got payday! Hand off around the gut. Smalley, he's got a hole. Let's have a block. Oh, and headed on to Smalley. Receivers split wide left. Pitch back to Murray. He's got a seam. He's got a little room. Oh, and he's got it. He's going all the way. I don't see any break. Touchdown, Eagles. Comes under center. Back turn an eye. Hand off to Jansen Baker up the middle. Jansen got a hold. He gets up first 10 yards. Still on his feet. On up close to the 50-yard line. Third down and 15. He drops back to. Oh, what a play. Jason Camp in on that one. Drops back to pass. Little pressure. Camp's out there. Oh, ball's on the ground. Here goes Staten. It's still on the ground. Get on the ball. Curry has 3 turnovers. The Eagles have 2. Ball's in the air. Complete to number 1. Who ball's loose. Took it away by Garrett. What a play by Ryan Smalley. The kick is away. Good kick by Smalley. He's taking it about the 20-yard line. Oh, he's going to be wrestled out right at the 21-yard line. Wide right, wide left, single back. The Eagles off guard. They thought they were going to punt. Oh, the quarterback. Oh, he's going down. Ball's on the ground. Eagles have recovered, I believe.
Right and left. Here is the quarterback rolling out, pitching it to Jake Murray. He's running for the goal line. He's going to be hit at the 1. He goes in. Punt from the Douglas Eagles. Ryan Smalley, they faked it. They're going to run it. He's going to go and get it. First down and some more. Cliff Mitchell. Mitchell, the quarterback, rolls out to the right. Pursuit, rush coming after him. He throws, completed pass. Right. Straight to our man. All right, here's the run for the touchdown. Douglas Eagles from a yard out.
Try to run it and don't make it a quick timeout.
All right, on his third down play, Mitchell back to pass, rolls out to the right. He looks downfield, he throws. It is caught. Yes, caught inbounds reception by the Douglas. B.J. King goes straight back. The rush comes after him. He throws over the middle, intercepted by the Douglas Eagles. Staten has the ball. He's hit by Blake Tupman. Noah Thrasher still remains in there at fullback. Here's a pass play. Interception at the 13-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Back to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 midfield. Finally brought down.
Receiver split right. Hand off to Covington. Oh, and he's going to be wrapped up at the, it's going to lose yardage. Hand off up the gut to Jake. Murray's got a little seam. Jake puts on up to the 30-yard line. To come right back after a turnover, but hello! We'll tell Miss Melba that everything has been taken care of. Oh, little pressure. Back to pass. He's got pressure. Ball's away and intercepted. Dutton comes under center. Pitch back to 22. Oh, and I believe he's going to be wrapped up. Oh, and what a hit. Little scissor trap there. Oh, Smalley's got room. There goes Smalley. Well, I didn't know Smalley was that quick. Drops back pass. He's got pressure. He's going down. Smalley in motion. Hand off deep to Jake Murray. Cuts back up. Close to. Touchdown, Murray! Again, hand off up the middle. Chris Staten wades into a pile. And,
oh, no. Clip on the
front leg. And it's all out. Touchdown, no flag. He's under center. Spreads out to his right.
Pressure's on.
Oh, and he's going to go down in the end zone. Safety.
On the near side and an I formation. Here is Mitchell rolling to his right. He lost the pass over the head of a defender, and it comes down to Smalley. Each time they have the ball. Mitchell will retreat, looking to throw, rolling to his right. He's in some trouble. Lifted a pass over here to the near sideline. The game and will split wide to the left. Here is a toss sweep to Murray. He's got some speed to the 25-20. Looking for room to the 15, to the 10. He's gone. Touchdown, Jake Murray. Behind him. Mitchell will give to the fullback again. Got a hole. Staten to the 50, the 45. He's into the secondary of the 40, and down to the Boaz 36-yard line. Josh will fake to Walker. He's got a lot of pressure, and he will have to eat it.
Back in motion. Pitch back to number 23. Oh, he's going to be wrestled down in the backfield. I believe that's Jason Camp on the turnout, and it's great effort on everybody's part. Here comes Jake around the corner. A little seam. Cuts back up the middle. Murray's still on his feet. And he's finally wrestled down right at the 45-yard line. Backs running an eye. Hand off to Jake Murray. Jake Murray, touchdown Eagles. There we go. Yeah.
And that's probably because
Lax hands off to 46, who's going to be stopped for little or no gain. Time for the defense to, Lax is going to, and a little far lateral, ball's on the ground. On that thing, and they really took a positive attitude. Cliff back to pass.
This Eagle's going to fly. No, he's going to run.
And Cliff has got positive yardage. Oh, here he's still on his own. Hand off to Jake Murray. Jake cuts around the outside. Jake's got open, and it's touchdown Eagles. Out it to the right. Brian Long. Cliff Mitchell keeps the ball, pitches back to Jake Murray. Jake picks up first down yard, still on his feet, up above the 50-yard line on motion. Hand off again. No, Mitchell keeper. Mitchell's on the corner. Cliff's got a little wedge and on up to the 30-yard line. The senior goes. Split backfield. Two receivers left. Hand off to Smalley. He's got some running room. He's got blockers. Smalley cuts up. He's still on his feet and carries the ball up to the 10-yard line. In motion. Quarterback keeps. Pass. He's going to be wrestled down. Oh, what a defensive effort by Chris Staten.
Could be a possession play here, Andy.
Oh, lift up Howard right over the middle, and Howard still on his feet. On up to the 40-yard line. Good. Cliff drops back to pass. Ball
wide open over there.
Smalley's on his feet. He's on his way. Oh, and up. First down yardage. 50. Caught in motion. Drops back to pass. Has some pressure. Passes away. Oh, and intercepted. Pitch back to Jake Murray. Jake's got a little seam.
Here he goes. He's
touchdown Eagles.
Justin Kinney, Staten. And there's Jansen Baker after the quarterback.
Oh, hello. Drops back to pass. And he's going to be wrestled down by Brandon Lyle. Handoff deep to and Jake Rennie gets first down yardage.
Nobody's there.
Pass it away, complete to Jansen Baker. First down yardage. Jansen to the left. Back for 9. And he's going to go down.
Hit his
Cliff's got it. Cliff Mitchell. He's got a little room. Mitchell pitch out to Jake Murray. Jake's got a little seam. Speedster gets out of bounds. Deny. Cliff's under center. Hands off to the deep man. Jake Murray. Jake Murray's got room. He's going to got one man to beat. He's on his feet and carries the ball down to the 10-yard line. Hand off to Jason Camp. Welcome to Madison County. Yes, two receivers split both sides. Hand off to Jake. Jake just carries. Jake's still on his feet. He's got one man to beat. He could go all the way. And he's finally wrestled down by number 11 right at the 20-yard line. And
I don't understand.
Pitch back to 23, and he's going to lose on that play. And ball over on downs. He drops back to pass. Pass. It's intercepted. It's crazy legs. He's got nobody around him.
It's going to be good.
Touchdown Eagles.
Hey folks, Mark Bricky, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
If you need reliable family transportation, you need to see us. Every vehicle is warranted for the life of your contract and comes with a free Carfax. It's why we say,
the driving factor, beyond your normal buy here, pay here.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs in Johnson Hallmark on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items. Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Steve and Marilyn Murphy invite you to visit Harrelson Drugs. In addition to being your trusted healthcare resource, Harrelson carries a great selection of gifts and collectibles. You'll find aisles of the most popular names and brands suitable for any occasion. They're also your source for customized invitations and printing. You'll always find an all-occasion card to say exactly what you feel. Harrelson's also carries convenience groceries from the shelf and from the cooler. Harrelson Drugs on the corner of Obrig and Patterson in Gunnersville.